We are live on the air. Dope and Tape Show. Welcome. Thanks for everybody joining us. Hold on. What's happening with you? Yeah, just give it a second to like get going and get the guests in here. Yeah, we're early, and like, why can't I hear you? Audio output capture. Give me a new one. No, don't do that. We got it. Let's see. Boom. I don't know. All right. Yeah, but I can't hear you. Hold on. Why can't I hear you guys? Why did that turn off? Settings. Properties. Yes. Should be good to go. Alright, say something now. No. Guests. Track. Microphone. Speakers. Yeah, alright, so perfect. We'll just give everything a second. Alright, let me do it. Audio capture. Here we go.
Yeah.
There
Well, that's like normal for you guys.
Yeah, that is true.
Home by 12. They don't track hours. I actually talked to your branch manager today.
Who, JP?
I don't want to. Yeah.
All right, now everything is good. Let me mute this so I'm not getting an echo. All right, so now we're gonna restart because we're live. Welcome. We're live a little bit early. Surprise! And now we can actually hear myself, Brian, and Alex. So
nice.
Well, post it on Instagram because mine's not working, Bobby.
What's wrong with your? What's wrong? Let me see.
It's everything I touch. This doesn't work. Just anything I touch today.
Tag me? Yeah, you didn't do shit on Instagram. All right, let me see what I can do. Man. We're live.
Thought I was on ripping guy's head off at
live
Kroger.
On Twitch, today, YouTube, Facebook. Brian and his apprentice. Come on, we're a few minutes early. Surprise!
All right. Yeah, Bud Light. Is that left over from the weekend?
No.
Did you just take some home? Oh, I didn't have Bud Light. I had Michelob Ultras and some other stuff.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Yeah, Sunday was rough.
I bet it was.
Oh my! We were supposed to go play baseball. We ended up doing nothing. I think I watched like 4 movies in between, like napping. Finally ate something after a pack of crackers.
All right.
So Bobby, I had some friends over at my house, and basically all like I would consider all of them family, and I got excited and I got out of hand. We started with shots, and I just.
This was when?
Saturday. Saturday night. You just couldn't hang with us.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
this thing's kind of in my way
Sarah.
now.
So at one point, I don't remember what happened. So
it was that bad, dude.
Yeah. I just got excited, and Sarah, my girlfriend, she said that I had 8 shots, and I don't know how many beers. And
good for you. Tear it up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dude. Shots.
Yeah, I just had I had a good time, and then at one point I disappeared in my room. Right?
Yeah.
What did you do? You went,
yeah,
you went face down for a minute.
Yeah, he went face down for a minute.
I think.
How long is a minute?
Like the whole night.
How long was it? 30 minutes at least before we left.
Oh, okay.
Because we were sitting down there playing beer pong with
I was freaking wasted. I just got too excited. My people's over at the house. We're having a good time playing beer pong in the kitchen, in the animal house. And then, yeah, it caught up. It caught up.
That's awesome. All right. There we go. What's up, Simmons? Wayne? How do we sound? Everything sound good? We still don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're almost got 20 episodes. I say we, I mean me. I don't know why it would shut your audio off. Like, it makes no sense because
Well, you don't have these problems every single night.
well, I added a new microphone, so hopefully I sound great. Welcome to the Dope and Tape Show.
Yeah, you sound awesome.
Well, guess what? The microphone that I have is awesome, but it requires an app that I never had the app. So I just plugged this thing in and I was turning the knobs. You need to have the app to make it work right. So I downloaded the app today and figured it out.
This mic that I have was like $40 on Amazon. It had great reviews. It's a gaming mic, and it is awesome.
Yeah, you sound
And
great.
it's like I just plug it in.
You do sound good.
And then it has a little mute button, and then you don't hear the background noise either of like my fans. So it's pretty cool.
Try to jam this thing out of the way a little bit more.
I think my post is finally freaking.
It's finally going through.
Yeah.
This thing's
What
like
a day.
This thing's like slowly rising up. slowly going up. So I can just turn myself up from back here. We're good to go.
Oh man.
All right.
I'll be in Lawrenceville.
Brian's
tomorrow.
Apprentice.
Yep. So
On the
I've
show.
I've known him for 8 years. The entire time he was dating my sister. Still is.
Oh, okay. That changes the role a little bit.
Yeah.
Got a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So your transition from where you were working in your last job to fire protection, like how'd that go? Because you didn't go straight with me because we wanted you to learn how to fit pipe first before you going into inspection. So how did like all that go? Because my father was involved, I was involved. We were talking to corporate, we were talking to your branch manager, trying to get you with the right guys.
Yeah.
How did that go with you?
Well, so I went from being a backup lead at a warehouse to going doing manual labor for, let's see. So I want to say I took like a $10 pay cut to go do this. And I do not regret it at all.
It's a great pay cut. It's the great pay cut to take it first, right?
Oh yeah, that warehouse stressed me out so bad. But yeah, I got put with Richard and in new construction, and he showed me a lot.
What was the first type of job? Like, what kind of structure was it?
Oh, our first job
with Big Rich.
What was it?
It's all right if you don't know.
You know, I don't know.
I see your post coming through now, Bri.
All right, cool. You're probably like this, like bug-eyed the whole time. Like, what is this? What am I doing? What's going on?
I'm trying to think of what our first job actually was. Oh man,
Big Rich. Yeah, it's tough to remember. Or what was one of your first ones that you do remember? Like what's mainly the jobs that you guys are picking up?
We were retrofitting a existing warehouse. Okay. It was a sports warehouse up. I don't remember where exactly it was. Somewhere up towards.
Good old
up above Norcross. It was a warehouse. They started storing stuff too high, and fire marshal came in, told them they needed to put sprinklers in. So we're in there putting sprinklers in while they're in there working.
Huh. That's cool.
Did he ever mess with you?
A little bit, but he was mainly just trying to get me going, get me learning.
Go
trying to
dogs!
make
I
me
hear
That's
that.
good.
make me faster.
We're rooting for someone, right? They're gonna win. Go dogs! Go
So I mean,
dogs!
he really took good care of you. He never really like messed with you as an apprentice would, called you names. When I was an apprentice, I never heard my name ever. Like he called me whatever he felt like that day.
It's usually hey. That's your name.
No,
Yeah.
Hey.
I think since we were both new to the company, he was just
Oh,
he's
you're
like
all, you're
we're in
like
Yeah.
his
this
friend.
together.
You're in this
So
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
yeah, so they started at the same time. So Alex came over from the warehouse job, and then Garcia came from Miami,
yeah.
came up there, and they started working together. And you were with him for what, like 6, 7 months, maybe?
I want to say it was exactly 6 months.
Oh wow.
Exactly 6
And
months.
then what? They put you
So
with someone else?
No, so Brian was trying to get me to come to inspections, and they were looking for a replacement for me, and we were doing another warehouse, another retrofit in a warehouse. I think they added on to the warehouse, and that was the job he ended up passing away on, and I was put with Brian the next, I think, 2 days after.
yeah, yeah, he passed
Sad.
away on a lift. Yeah, I think it was a heart attack, right?
Yeah, massive heart attack.
Yeah,
It's
that was
terrible.
hard.
Yeah,
And I know that was a terrible day on the job for you, man. I feel
yeah.
I don't.
Johnny, our supervisor, he was out there dropping off some material to us that day, and I went out to get the material. Richard was up doing, I don't know what he was doing, getting measurements or something, and we walked back in, and he's kind of just slumped over to the lift. Insane, it was crazy.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, had to find
But
a way to climb up to him because he was looked like he was hung over a wire or something. I thought he got electrocuted.
wow. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry you had to
Yeah,
go through that.
Really terrible.
it's all right.
Chris says sorry, man. So did you get any pranks played on you as an apprentice that you can remember?
Um, not,
Like
no,
did you have to get the left-handed screwdriver or any of that shit? No?
no.
Maybe they played a prank on you. You still don't
So
even know yet.
so Garcia just took care of you, huh?
Yeah, Garcia was good dude.
I don't think I ever missed with you either.
No, you were asleep all the time.
Yeah. All right. So how was it going from Garcia?
No,
how he
wait.
does his
Why
thing?
were you asleep? Where was he sleeping?
I mean, I, well, we would switch. Okay, so most days we would switch on who was driving to the job from the job, and once Brian got used, once he taught me how to do an inspection and everything, like apartment buildings, sometimes he'd just go cruise
You
and nap
got
in
it.
the back of the
Yeah.
parking lot.
He was going and investigating the next jobs.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I did go through a period. So I just got like right when he got here, I got a divorce after like 10 years, and I was like partying like every night. So out when
Animal.
Alex came over to me was at that period. So I was hungover, still working, needing to sleep because I didn't sleep the night before, and that was like that's when he knew me. And thank God I had him because I don't know if I could have got it through it myself,
That's
and
awesome.
got the jobs done like we did. So I
Yeah,
mean, I'm so glad I had him. Now I'm out of that. That lasted, I want to say it lasted 8 months.
yeah, just
Yeah,
about.
of where I was just a mess. Now I don't even go out. Now if I go out, I'm working. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
You're in the
so
scene,
yeah,
but you're getting paid
I would
now.
sleep.
Switched it up.
Yeah. That's the way I should have done it in the beginning, but I was just a freaking mess. I think I was just trying to escape. I think that was the whole deal.
I just shared us to the
Um,
Fire Sprinklers United page. Hopefully they don't get pissed. I don't know if you're allowed to share it. But whatever. You're allowed to share videos to them.
I don't know.
I
Sometimes
mean,
Facebook
we
groups are
can keep
very
doing it.
picky about like sharing your live stream or whatever. I'm sharing it. If you don't like it, take it down. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, and we could be closer to the
Oh, the
genre.
comments are right over my face. Why didn't you assholes tell me that? Chris is like, fucking blow up Bobby. Who the fuck cares? I got the comments right over my face.
So
again. Dickhead.
when you moved from Garcia back over to me,
Yeah.
and then like your first like couple weeks, like what were you thinking?
Oh, I don't know. I was kind of ready to get over and start working with you, honestly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Was
I mean, I was excited to learn.
for sure. Man,
Like
you're
I,
so smart, man. You really like soaked up everything I told you. Um
Like a sponge?
and you yeah, like a sponge. He worked really hard
You got to be like a
and he's
sponge.
oh yeah,
incredible.
I still
Dealt
remember
with my bullshit.
that first job we were at. What job? What building was that? Mm, I don't remember the building. What the name of the building was, but it was that picture you shared earlier. That was the first job I helped you on.
Is that the one that I ended up was like the last? Oh, no. So that one on that picture, that building is so funny you don't forget about the buildings you're at. That's the big State Farm building. That is
Yes.
downstairs in their loading box, and their
Yeah.
fire pump is down there.
Loading
That's
buck?
a big building.
Not the loading buck.
State Farm.
It's been a long
Loading
day.
dock.
I got to pick at you.
Yeah. It's a long shitty day when you're about to fight a guy in a Kroger parking lot.
Did you ever see Brian fight any of the other trades?
He tried the. Okay, so there was this one time. This engineer, uh, he didn't want us there, or that's exactly what it was. He wanted another company there, and he tried to set us up for failure by he ran. Their drain was hooked up somehow, like through a hose or something, and he tried to say that we flooded out the basement whenever he put the hose in a certain spot. And
Yeah, he moved the hose.
yeah. So it, he got all mad, and then Brian was. I was trying to keep Brian calm the whole time, and Brian he calmed the situation down. We got to do the inspection.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
So you didn't body
ended
slam
up
or anything.
walking him. No, but we were face to face.
You locked
like,
him?
We were we were like face to face, looking each other in the eyes, having some conversations. And then Alex is like behind us, like, oh shit.
Some conversations. Oh, that's
this was
awesome.
we fought for what, 2 hours, an hour back and forth?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wasn't it a retirement home?
Oh, so this photo that you shared earlier,
Yeah.
and he's in front of them Viking dry valves.
Yeah, that was
That's in
first
the beginning.
job. That was my first inspection.
Damn, inspect that shit. There's a lot going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are those Viking F1s, I think?
YouTube notification. What do we got? Dizzle subscribe. Yo, what up, Dizzle? Thank you for the subscription.
Thank you for the subscription.
If you haven't subscribed yet,
and then
please go do it. And also, there's like a little bell, like a little notification thing. And then when we feel spontaneously and we go live at 8:40 instead of 9, then it might like ding ding, and then you'll be like, oh shit, they're live early.
Yeah.
You did save me from ripping off a fire alarm guy's head.
Oh yes,
Jeez, I was freaking. I was so angry, so mad.
Oh, yeah.
What did a fire alarm guy
I was
do?
like, get out. Jeez.
So we were at a school.
Go ahead, Alex. I want to hear it from your voice.
Let's see. So we pulled up to the school, and I think we were early. And the fire alarm guy, we were sitting in front of the school.
Thank you, Dizzle.
Fire alarm guy walks right past us. Doesn't say a word or anything. And Brian opens the door. what? You can't say nothing to me or something like that. And it's,
DZ Dizzle is a fitter from the Bay Area. First time listening. Dizzle, we wicked appreciate it. Thank you. I'm from Boston. Brian's
Yeah.
from Atlanta. So the Bay Area. So that's like
Yeah.
DZ Garage, the Mustang guy. Anytime I hear Bay Area, I just think of DZ's Garage, that Fox Body Mustang guy that just does the sickest burnout you've ever seen in your life.
I'll have to check him out.
DZ, is it just DZ's Garage? He fixes up Fox bodies and he just sits on the rev limiter. Boom, 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 boom. He's sitting still, shifting through gears. First, second, third, fourth. He's just sitting there, and he's going 1, 2, 3. He's like halfway out of the car. You gotta look at this guy. He's like bringing a name to the Bay Area. That's what I think of. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Also, appreciate that.
All right, I think I
Well,
blew
see,
up
I was
wrong-
waiting on that fire alarm guy.
Give him a follow.
Like, I was waiting on him for a minute in front of the school, and then he was like on the side of the school, and he starts walking up, not even like talking to us. And I rolled down the window. I was like, "Hey, man, good morning," or whatever. Nothing. Walks right by me, and I lose it. And I open the door, and Alex grabs my arm. He's like, Brian, chill, chill. I was like, all right. Well, I was.
It was hot that morning.
Why was he ignoring you?
Oh man. I think it ended up being
he's
like
a character.
how he is.
Yeah, that's how he is.
So where did you guys link up in the morning? Like where was like the parking spot?
Brian's house
My gym.
and the gym.
Oh, so it was either my gym or my house.
That's what, like the company
So
truck
either-
was. And
so-
you would just drive and you would just go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
True that. Yeah, that's what little Bobby used to do. Little Bobby would be waiting outside in the driveway. I told him if I pull out and I said if I pull out and you're not there, I'm not fucking waiting.
So
Yeah,
That was the
he's
rule.
usually waiting on me.
yeah, me and Brian would set up a time that we had to leave by. I'd be there before that time. I'd text him, all right, I'm here. All right, I'm getting up. And I won't see him
Well,
for
remember
30,
So-
45 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
it was either like that
Oh, those are bad times though, right? Bad
or
times.
I'm at the gym. Dude, it was rough. And I'm sure I mean could you really tell that like I was going through what I was going through, or you felt like I hit it well, or
I feel like you hit it pretty well.
Yeah, you gotta
Or
hide it.
either that or I was just waking up from my morning nap waiting on you. Because there would be some mornings I'd wake up, like I'd show up to his house, fall asleep in my car waiting on him.
Go Dogs.
I'd wake up a little frustrated whenever he'd come
Yeah.
out.
So whatever time that Brian would tell you, you just gotta add 30 minutes back then.
Yeah, I didn't think about that though. So
Yeah,
no, that's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. I tell him the time, he's there. If he's late, he's late.
exactly.
if you're late, we're still on fucking time. The start time just
That's
changes.
right.
The start time just changes.
Right. Yeah.
Like you're late. Well, no, we're just starting at 7 today. That's all. Oh, Domination, what up? Welcome to the show.
Did I ever?
We got Brian's
did I
Apprentice
ever
on
mess with
tonight.
you?
Do what?
We just
Did I ever
shoot
mess
the
with you
shit.
in anything, or
Come on, what's with the
you
prank?
feel
No.
you feel like I like abused you some in
No,
any way, like any job?
no.
How about Brian's driving? Has he got like some road rage?
No.
He's nice to the guys around him. Does he
Deal.
does he let people pass him, or is he
Well-
passing people?
Well, either so with me and Brian, like I said, either one of us would be driving and the other one would be asleep, or vice versa.
Oh yeah, we started a little
Right.
early. My bad. You're right on time. My bad. We jumped the gun. We were feeling spontaneous. That's why you got to go to YouTube and you got to hit that little bell, and then I think like your phone will say that we're live. If you're into that shit, that's what I would do.
Hang on, I'm looking at my job tomorrow.
How do you know your job tomorrow? On your phone?
Yeah, it's on my schedule.
So what?
Hey, man, you know your whole week.
You're an
dude.
inspector now? I make my schedule.
No, it just gets scheduled to us.
I'm working on I'm working on next week's schedule right now. Like I think I only have Wednesday booked up.
No.
Yeah, see, it's different for us, especially if we're not like here. Typically, companies have schedulers who schedule all
Yeah,
their
no,
things.
we have that too.
Now
I'm just in like a weird spot where like I'm trying to take care of all these
some
different people.
companies you schedule your own stuff, but
So, all right,
most of the
yeah. So
time.
you're just sorry, what you say? You're service tech or you're inspection guy?
Inspection.
So you don't know where you're going until when? When does that thing tell you? You could look at your whole week.
Yeah, for our schedulers
What kind of info
on
that
the
thing
roll.
gets you?
Uh,
Address?
let's see. So tomorrow, what am I doing?
You don't have to. Don't give us like the address or the name, but like
I'm
what
not.
is it? What does it say for details?
Let's see.
I'm interested. In that.
5 wet systems and 2 dry systems.
5 wet, 2 dry. So what's that? 4 hours?
Uh, it'll probably be. It'll probably be longer than that
I'm
with
just
the guy I
fucking.
work with now.
So
I'm just fucking with you.
don't tell me if I'm right or
Make
not.
8.
Don't tell me if I'm right or the name of the place. But my guess, just going off of that, it's a 5-story building with a loading dock.
No,
Nope.
not close. Not even close.
Ah.
5 wet,
Oh man.
2 dry.
So I got a question.
Well, what sounds like shit about it, Chris? These guys said it sounded good. You can't hear me? Come on back. What's the problem is?
Your mic?
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you great.
These guys hear me. These guys hear me great. This thing's saying that it's hearing me. What do you want me to do? You want me to turn it up a little bit? Can you hear me now in the back? Testing now for the ladies in the back. Can you hear me? Coming in 1, 2, 3. How's it sound now, Chris? Oh, it's cutting in and out. Fucking sentences. What? Well, that's not good. Thank you. I need this feedback here so I can try to I don't know figure out this fucking thing. The gate. Let's turn this gate down so you can hear me a little bit better now. Boom. How's that? Maybe that's a little bit better.
How I talked you into getting into the trade.
Oh,
you found the trade through him?
Well, him and his dad, yeah. Well, I mean, I heard a lot about it from your dad every time I.
Oh, okay. So you met the sister first.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all right. So that's better. I like that situation better. And they were like, "All right, kid, you're gonna be a sprinkler fitter."
I guess I stuck around long enough to get in the trade.
How do I sound now, fellas?
You sound good
on my. You
no,
good on my.
No, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the ladies in the chat.
If I could figure out how to mute you on here.
Your voice is going. Oh, Brian, talking to you, getting the trade, mind him. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sounds better. Good.
So
let's keep it going.
How long would you say that we kept talking and bringing it up? Would you like duration time? Because we always talk about it. I mean, there's no getting away from that. But
yeah, well, I know your dad would bring it up a lot whenever I was in high school, but I didn't think really much of it, which I kind of regret now.
Yeah.
But
oh, so you didn't start right away? How long did it take you to start?
I think I worked at that warehouse for 3 years before switched over.
I'm gonna be a sprinkler fitter. Show me the way, Bri.
Yeah.
Now he's
pretty
a man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now you're Mr. Inspection. So what happens if like Brian needs a bailout? Does he call you and you gotta like drop what you're doing and go bail him out in your truck? Or is that not a thing?
Well, with us working for different companies, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're under the same umbrella. We're under the same umbrella, but we're at different companies. So I left their company to do account management and sales, and then then the state laws in Georgia changed, and we needed a licensed inspector, and we needed a guy who knew how to like work on backflows and test backflows and all that. So they basically asked me to name my price. So I'm back in the field now. So we're in separate companies.
I got you. So no bailouts from Brian.
I want to get him over. I want to get him over with me and my dad, but my father came from his company. I came from his company. So if we keep taking people from that company, you know, I
Take
don't think
them.
it's gonna work. Now, what about my last day? Like my last inspection? Like, what do you remember from that?
Last
I mean,
inspection.
now I'm back in it, but
Go.
at the time I thought I was.
Um,
I even have. I had him sign my last tag that I punched too. That was a hard
yeah.
day.
What
Who
do we?
signed it? Who signed your last tag?
I had Alex sign the back of it because I just wanted to remember it. You know, I did the date and I did the time and the location, and it was more emotional than I thought it was. I think I freaking teared up. That was gonna be like my last inspection. Now,
Damn.
Because
thankfully, I'm back in it, but
we ended that job at an apartment complex with the pump test, didn't we?
yeah,
Or back?
yeah, the
Yeah,
pump
pump.
test was the
Yeah.
last thing we did.
Went out with
I'm
a bang.
curious. Now, after when I left, you started going hopping around to different inspectors. How how they work and what are the differences from how I worked versus the other guys?
Um. Well, a couple guys, there's really not too much of a difference, but the guy I mainly work with now, he's a character. Uh,
Love it.
Yeah.
so I would say he's a lot more thorough like testing wise because he will not test a water flow just to take off the cover, and if he can't find the drain, he won't take off the cover and pull and test it that way. So
It just doesn't
So,
get tested.
right,
yeah,
right.
if he can't find the drain, it does. He
And
will
2017, you can like finger the water flow switch
You can what?
for 2 years.
finger bang the
You
water
can
flow.
finger the yeah, yeah. And then on the third year you had to flow water.
Yeah.
So they changed that in the 2017 NFPA 25.
But yeah,
So
Let me
that's a new code.
let me
But
write that down. 32 minutes. Brian with finger. Finger it, baby.
but
That's illegal, my friend. The NFPA 25 inspector. See, you better watch out. He knows.
okay, all right,
Not
NFPA
allowed
25
to
inspector.
finger.
Go. Do you have your go to
Negative,
your
sir.
2017 edition, not your
Um,
2015 edition?
I think I got it
And they
highlighted
changed
in
it.
my book right here. Hang on.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
bring it up.
We're gonna rifle through a book?
Let's show our guest.
All right. We're gonna bring it
I
in.
mean, if someone's gonna call us out, we gotta figure
You
this
can't
out,
finger
right?
blast it? I'm
Yeah,
not the
so
I'm
for
not the
2
inspector.
years-
Listen, I just fucking slam that shit in.
I just work here. is
I just
that the 17?
Is that
So
17?
This is 17.
Alright.
Where we at?
If you refer to NFPA 72, which is what NFPA 25 refers to, for use signaling it requires water flow.
Where is it?
Says it.
So
He typed
when
it
you
out
do
and
a
it-
fire
and it-
protection, fire sprinkler. I'm gonna go back and forth with you, man. When you do a fire sprinkler inspection, you are inspecting the system to NFPA 25. That is the code that you are referencing on the inspection. You're not referencing NFPA 20. You're not referencing 72.
Hold on, we got another side comment real quick. Speaking of inspections, has anyone heard of the 80% is 100% rule with inspections? I called bullshit. The dude swears it's NFPA 72. I've never heard of it prior or read it.
I've heard it
80
from
to 100
like
what?
engineers and stuff.
No idea. What is he talking about?
Um,
Using 2017 model. The next issue would
right,
be
that's what I'm referencing.
is your
I'm
jurisdiction.
referencing the 2017.
He's rifling through through it right now. He's going to find it.
Yeah,
He's going to
the,
find it. No
80,
finger
100
blasting
rule.
the water flow. I don't know if I like the chat over there. Maybe I want the chat over here.
Where's it? See water flow.
Put the chat
Hey,
up.
dude, what if you're doing a test and this was one of the questions? How can't even freaking find it, man?
Yeah. Let's see.
2014. Jeez.
Most jurisdictions are
where
working in
you at?
2014 model year.
NFPA.
NFPA 25. Where you at,
Yeah,
NFPA
what
25
state are
inspector?
you in? So Georgia's really ahead of the curve.
What
Alabama's
is it?
behind. Tennessee's behind. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Georgia,
yeah.
as far as your surrounding states.
Well, Georgia, from what I know, so I don't really know people from other states. I'm not
Dude said as
sure.
long as we get 80% of the devices, it can be wrote off as 100%.
No, no. So, well,
You have to check every
I'm going
device.
for how I inspect. If I don't test it, I'm putting on my report, I did not test it. And I'm not putting it as 100%. Because you got to think. So I am signing my number, my inspections number to this inspection. And I need to be ready for court. You know, if I did not test this water flow, but I put it as 100%, and then something happens, there's loss of life because of a fire and the alarms did not go off.
Uh-oh.
I want something to stand on personally on a in court. I don't want to say, yeah, we're good. No.
Flow test.
If your
Flow test
jurors,
shall be conducted every 5 years. Okay, that's standpipe.
if your jurisdiction hasn't adopted the 2017, you should still be using the code for what jurisdictions. The dude is PM talking about fire alarm. I just want to hang and bang. Yeah, Teague. Just hanging and bang it, right? I like it. Listen, I got the stuff to fuck with the switches. I just only if it's a brand new switch and I can't figure it out. The 80 to 20%
I
rule.
think it is.
And none
Yeah,
of
I
that
think
is
it's a
NFPA
jurisdiction.
standard. It's a
Like
jurisdiction thing.
yeah, because the NFPA standard is like to the T. Like, I mean, it's super strict. Like,
Test
if
everything.
so yeah, so like if you got a sprinkler head, what dictates the sprinkler head failing is any foreign object or material attached to it. That could be anything, and it can immediately fail.
Damn.
So, I mean, some things you got to, like if it's loaded, like if it's not wearing a sweater, I'm like, let it go. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
all
don't think
fall
there's any
dusty
80
and shit.
20. Yeah, if someone, let me give you an example. Let's say I work for a company, any company, and I do 80% of that inspection, but they're like, oh no, we need to do it as a 100%. I'm going to have them send me an email to my personal email as well as my work email to protect me in the future, because I'm also have to remember that I am employed and I need to keep my job happy, but I need to protect myself as well.
Especially
But
with
I would never,
inspections.
yeah, I would never just say, okay, it's good. No, if I don't inspect something, I don't inspect it. It's not my problem. It's my company's problem
So
or the
if you
building
finger
site
Okay,
I'm
so
working at.
okay, I found it. Found it right here. So 5.3.2.41. The flow switch shall be tested by opening the inspector's test connection at a minimum frequency of once every 3 years.
So yeah, so you would finger bang it for 2 years, and then on that third year you must flow water. It's kind of like a
5.3.241.
Yep, yep.
So you must flow
and
water every 3 years. And it says in there
that's correct.
you can finger blast it the other 2 years.
But I mean, it
Yep.
doesn't come out and say that. But if you read in between the lines, it's
So it's saying you only have to test it every 3 years.
No, you have to
no.
test it. You have to take the cover off and manually test it.
Read it again, please.
Let's see, where was it? The flow switch shall be tested by opening the inspector's test connection at a minimum frequency of once every 3 years. So if you're not testing at the test connection, where are you testing from?
Just crack that inspector's test just a
So
teensy little bit
yeah,
as you finger blast it. And you opened it, right?
yeah. See, I understand what you're saying about the NFPA, 72 about referring to it. The annex is referred to many things, but you have to remember that you're not. Now, this is just my view. You know, is that you are inspecting that system to NFPA 25. On your report, it's going to say NFPA 25. Your report's not going to say NFPA 72. There's going to be a fire alarm inspector that comes back behind you and does his own separate report. And he's not doing it to 25. He's doing it to 72.
Yeah, if
So
the paddle's gone and you're just finger blasting that thing.
100%. Yeah, if it's missing a paddle, it will not sense that. Now, how I do that on my reporting?
Flow water. Fuck the bark mulch.
I definitely, I agree. I definitely prefer to flow water. But if I do finger bang it, I put it on my inspection that is what I did. Kind of like
what do you say?
You flow.
You probably write simulate. I want you to write in the next one finger blast.
Yeah, finger blast.
Just finger blast.
I put manually actuated water flow switch.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's the wording I use. And
as like Siri, how do you spell actuated?
Yeah. On a fire hydrant, the same thing. You full flow AB full inspection on the fire hydrant every 3 years. But if I'm just flushing it, the other two, I put on the report, flushed hydrant, water became clear in 30 seconds. Gaskets are clean. The hydrant's sexy. That's part of it. It has to be painted. So I just put it in my reports that way.
You sound good.
Oh, thank you.
That mic sounding
good. Here's the thing. Here's one that I'm like every time. So when it comes to a fire pump, so sometimes there's a meter on the loop, and you can flow that meter 3 years, and on the third year you have to flow water out of the test header. So the other two you can use that meter, but on everywhere on all the meters
every year.
Every year. And no one ever calibrates those things. Ever.
How do you calibrate it?
So you
got to calibrate it every year?
You have to you have to have someone come in with a kit, calibrate it.
Every year.
Every year. It's just like a backflow kit. Yep, just like a backflow kit. It's the same. But no one ever does it. Ever.
When does the year start?
It's one of those things.
I think if the year starts from the time I took that thing off the truck, it's like already
to test on that meter.
Yeah, we got a nice one. That thing works. I don't know
what meter is no hoses.
What happens? It falls off? Does it like it I don't understand.
No, your reading is off.
That much?
Your reading is off. So like your
what's ruining it?
Your 100%, your 150%, and then your what are we talking about?
You
can just get it off.
I don't fucking know. What are we talking about?
The flow meter?
Carpentry. The flow meter. Like, why is it? I don't know. You need to calibrate it every year. That just seems fucking stupid to me.
Yeah. Basically, inspect it. It's just like a backflow.
Does the inspector calibrate it?
There's bladders inside there.
Do you calibrate it?
No. You have to get a.
You got to hire someone to calibrate it so the inspector can inspect with it. Oh, what a pain in the dick that is. That seems dumb.
And no one ever does it.
Well,
but for an inspector, so you don't have to pull out flow monsters. You don't have to put a reader. You don't have to put out.
NFPA 25 specifically references multiple code books. You're doing an inspection per NFPA 25, but 25 refers you to at least 4 code books to reference certain things. So yes, you should reference whatever code book 25 tells you to get your answer.
Is he talking about NICET?
No, so I think he's still talking about finger blasting the don't finger blast it. He doesn't want you finger blasting flow switches anywhere in America. He's gonna hunt you fucking down. So he will fucking find you. Just flow water only.
So what if you can't find the drain?
Well, fuck it.
Yeah, what do you do if you can't find the drain?
Pull ahead. Have your slam valve ready. This guy wants to fucking flow water. Who puts in a system without a drain? How are you not finding a drain? I don't get that.
You see it a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
No drain downstream of the flow.
Yeah.
Right.
You got the main drain. Right. That's it.
Damn straight, Bobby.
So
I got you, Doc.
So you just straight fell it, huh?
Yeah.
I would tell him for 5 Benjis. We'll put in a fucking inspector's test right now.
So
Right
I
at
went
the
to a
end.
school last week sometime, I think, and they had 3 wet systems. One of them had an inspector's test, and the 2 other systems did not have one.
They definitely didn't, or you were using your bad eye.
So I walked around the building 2 times, and the guy I
Couldn't
was
find it.
working with
So,
walked
hold
around
on.
again.
It was in the
In it-
slop. It was in the slop sink next to
NFPA
the boys' room. Yeah, it was.
Nope. I walked through every part of that building.
So you're confusing me. Okay, so you wouldn't finger bang it, right? Because it could be missing the flapper in it, and it references 72, but you're not gonna test it.
He just writes
So-
he
but
didn't
you
inspect
don't
the
fail it.
operational portion of the switch.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So it's all being an
Uh,
inspector is all about the way that you document things in the literature that you put on that
oh
paper.
yeah, it's huge, huge. And in what he's saying that way, that is not wrong.
You
Yeah.
say-
Like
it's,
if
not
I
wrong.
was looking at a report,
should you document
I was
like
looking at a
your
report-
your underwear color?
You
I'm
just
just documenting I
document
didn't
that it's
perform that person.
missing a drain.
No
But
drain.
you did test it.
yeah, yeah.
No
you just-
drain. No bueno. Taking coffee
Good.
break.
I mean, he could even go as for like he could say could not properly test
Yeah.
the flow switch, so did not test. You know,
Finger
needs-
strength not adequate
needs
to
inspection
perform
test
proper
downstream.
finger bang.
There you
Huh?
go.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in my finger
Yeah,
today.
I mean, he's not wrong. Now, let me ask you this. What is better? All right, what is better? You saying that you did not test the operational portion of the switch, or finger banging it and just putting that you did in that way. Like, which is better at that point? Because you
Especially
are
since,
at least getting an alarm. You
Yeah,
know?
you're at least knowing the alarm.
We are
first.
talking people out of being an inspector on this episode. I don't know if that's what we want. No one's gonna want to be an inspector. Oh,
I don't know.
Steady
I
Black,
love doing
yeah.
inspections. It's nice.
I love it, man.
yeah,
I
good
love
days
it.
and bad
Now,
days. I guess. I guess like your first year, you're probably just learning a bunch of shit, right?
Oh yeah, I'm doing a lot of.
Oh
learning.
yeah, for probably 2 years. I think
you-
it's like a good.
You're doing.
2
Are you
years
doing a lot of
before-
partial trips and you're pretending you're doing full trips or what? Come on, tell the truth.
No, we're just doing everything on schedule.
Partial. You just do a partial trip and you pretend it's a full trip. Come on,
No, if we got to do a full trip, we do a full trip.
off the record.
If we got to do a full trip, we're doing a
Is
full
it
trip.
recorded?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This is a fucking good time.
That's funny.
It's all about interpretation.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, the guy. What if you-
But
he reads
but
it backwards.
But you didn't answer my question. Which is better? Which is better? Just saying I didn't test it, or at least getting the alarm, and then notating
He's,
that
he's
you-
saying he's saying black
finger
drawers
banged
are better than like baby blue drawers because
I
we
mean,
work with black water.
the alarm people, if they come in, they're supposed to test tampers and flows, right?
Yeah. So what are they doing? Are they flowing?
I only know one fire alarm guy that's flowing water. I only know one.
They're not.
One
the alarm guys
one
aren't-
fire alarm guy.
they're
that's
not-
Is he allowed to
flowing
flow water?
I don't.
He's not allowed
They
to flow
get
water.
scared. Some companies, that's a good point, Alex. Because some companies do not want their 72 guys flowing water.
A
And
fire
some of-
alarm only
some
guy
of-
cannot flow water. No, is that? Am I saying? Is that?
So-
I don't know. I don't know.
You have to have a
it-
sprinkler
he
license
should.
to touch a sprinkler valve in Massachusetts.
No, not in his. Okay. That's good. That's a good
Even
point.
if you're inspecting, no,
here-
you can't just be like. I don't know if I
Some
don't know if I've
companies
seen an
do not
alarm
want
guy
their-
that does that flows water, unless he's holding a sprinkler license too.
some fire alarm guys and companies do not want their fire alarm guys to touch the sprinkler systems. They don't even touch the electrical portion.
No touching.
Dampers or
No touching.
solenoids or pressure switches or water flows.
Yeah, because they always call a sprinkler guy in if they got to do like a pre-action or
Quentin,
something like that.
Quentin is in the Discord. Get on the live, dog. We are live. Woo!
Well, we getting into the specifics,
Join
the
up.
technicalities,
The technicalities.
referencing code books. What?
As long as a license holder is
Usually we
on
do-
property. Okay. Property. I guess so. Be like, yeah, you got it, kid. Take care of it.
Go go test some water flows.
Go test them water flows by fucking finger blasting them, all right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I flowed water. And then there's like, well, there's no fucking drain. So how'd you do that? So just all in your literature. Write
Now-
it down. Just be honest. You didn't test it.
Yeah.
You weren't able to test it. New subscriber.
If I can
Cody's
flow
life.
water, I'll flow water for sure.
Cody's Life. Thanks for the subscription. We appreciate you. Wherever you came from, you the man. You the man.
I mean,
Alex, do
this
you
book-
have any?
Maybe you're the girl. I don't know.
Huh?
Cody.
Do what?
Do you have any flood stories, Alex?
I do.
Oh.
Oh,
I do.
does it involve me?
No,
Did we
No.
flood it? No. Okay.
no.
Oh.
It was me and Garcia.
It's like I don't remember.
All right, hold on. Hold
Oh,
that thought.
really?
A lot of
Oh,
states
man.
are adopting legislation to make you hold individual license that will require a nice to touch sprinkler. I think that's a great for us sprinkler techs.
It is.
Never finger bang that
Yeah,
shit.
that is great.
All right, flood story. Come
All right,
on,
so
give us the setting. Come on, set us up.
so we were doing. So this church had it. They had a
Church?
building. Yeah, it was a church.
Oh boy.
Nice.
They had a building added onto it that we were adding sprinklers to. So they had a live system every time we left, and all that. So
Drain and fill every day.
drain and fill. Yeah. So we were running was a 2-inch vein somewhere under some kind of something, and we went to go fill it up back that day, and because all we did was just run part of the main, we went and worked on something else the rest of the day, and we went to go fill that system back up, and we walked back in to where we didn't see the gauge moving, and walked back in, and water's just dumping out into this area they just painted
Where was it coming from?
the main.
2-inch wide open?
Yeah, 2
Ooh.
inch wide open.
Oh, jeez.
Who forgot to put the elbow on? What'd you do? Forget the cap?
Yeah, Garcia forgot the cap.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one, huh?
Damn.
I'll
Yeah.
get
I
that, I'll
never
put
heard
that
of that
cap. I'll
story.
put that cap on after coffee.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's
How
what
long
happens
did it
with flood
flow?
stories. You can kind of hide a flood story for a bit, and then you let it out after.
It was it flowed for about a minute or two.
It's a lot of water.
I mean, it
Oh,
was a
shit.
good bit of water. But so we got it cleaned up. We took the painter guys. We took their dehumidifier, kind of stuck it in the room that got flooded. Came back the next day. It's all good. We finished the job, and I think the pastor of the church gave us both $100 for getting the job done so quick.
Give you $100 for flooding the place?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I think we stayed like 2 hours late that day, trying to clean up all the water.
Church. So
Was it at the end of the year?
No, I don't think so.
what the hell kind of question
No?
is that?
Because sometimes if you do it in additions or anything like that, it could be a big tax write-off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it was like
Comes in at the end. He's like, "Was that on a Tuesday?"
it was like September-ish, I think. So I guess kind of towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And they thanked you for it, huh?
Yeah. Said we did an
Hey,
awesome
whatever,
job.
dude.
Chris also flooded a church, and they thanked him for it as well. You're a bunch of church flooders. Church flooders. That'd be a
Thank
good
you.
church.
We want that insurance money. Thank you very much.
Church
Yeah,
We really
flooders.
appreciate you. This
Nobody
is now
found out
free.
we did it. This is the first time that anybody's actually hearing the story.
Oh wow.
That's why I
Yeah.
never knew.
Yeah, because
Wow.
Garcia did-
Keep talking shit, 25. You're not hurting anybody's feelings in here.
no.
No, I could care less.
Yeah. You talk that shit. Everybody say something. There's 16 people in here. I don't know why, like, I think people when they watch on Facebook, they don't actually commit and click on it. You can watch it by just having it on your story like a creep. If you clicked on it, it would actually put a
yeah.
number down there. But whatever, you just keep being a creep. Facebook's all for all the creeps, right?
That's funny.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Facebook's
nobody
Facebook's
knew about the flood or nothing like that.
that's the best way.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do a flood.
Both got $100 on that Friday.
Woo!
Well, better day.
What is like the day that like when you were working with me that like stands out? Is there like a specific job or a day?
That guy that had the 50 cal on his island on like the 50th story of that building.
Holy shit. Yeah. So that building, all right. So that inspection, that was such a cool inspection. This is the premier building in Georgia that has condos, high-rise condos. So if you live here, you are the shit. So he's on like the 40th level or something like that. He's a young
Damn.
guy. He's got his girl in there. And his Instagram was deballing. I think he took it down, but he had a like a what was it, painted in desert camo
Yeah.
on his 50 caliber, like a Barrett 50 with a big scope and a suppressor on his kitchen table, and you know his wall is all glass, so all you see is the skyline of Atlanta. And then he has other like artwork, and he has in his closet he had just guns on the floor, like expensive, like actual HK rifles, which are ridiculously expensive. He had an MP5 with a suppressor. I mean, this guy, I was like, damn. Oh,
These were
also,
all just
the
out.
same-
These were all out for observing.
Oh yeah, in his
Yeah.
home. Yeah, the 50 cal was on his kitchen table.
Like you
Like, full
open
size.
the door and it's just sitting there on the kitchen island.
This is a
Pointed
pistol
out the
50
window.
caliber or sniper.
No, sniper.
No, it's rifle.
Yeah, pointed out the window.
Holy shit!
Just put it there because it's cool.
Yeah, it looks
And then
great.
he also had the most parking spots too. He
Yeah.
had a Rolls Royce truck, he had a black Ferrari, and then he had a red Ferrari, and then he also had a golf cart.
Each one of them
Didn't he
spots
have
is
the-
like fucking
Didn't he
500
have
a
that
month, probably.
Shelby Raptor too. That he
1,000 a
was
month.
scoring the
Oh
tires
yeah,
to the-
that's right. That's right.
the
He had,
parking
he had a
deck.
Shelby Raptor. This guy was like daddy's money all over the place. Like, good on him. Like, had a
Ballin',
badass girlfriend. I was like, oh.
ballin'.
We walked out of that room and I was like, man, this is crazy. Oh, so Dr. Fauci, right? We also inspected his condo in there, and he's on the penthouse.
Oh yeah.
And he's on the very top 2 floors. He had a wraparound giant glass staircase, spiral staircase.
Yeah.
He also had an elevator.
We couldn't use the staircase in his. We had to take
Yeah,
the
we couldn't
elevator.
step on it.
Oh, you weren't allowed to step on the
Yeah.
stairs?
No.
Don't even
We had
look
to
at
take
it.
his.
He
we had to
also-
take his
Don't
private
even look at it.
elevator in between floors.
Here's
he have
another
any
thing, this
weed?
is crazy. He had a corner of the building like knocked out at the very top of this building. He had AC units relocated for his so he can get his grill, his hot tub, and his pool on the corner of this high rise.
Good for him. That
Yeah.
dude's a piece of shit. Sounds like the man.
Yeah, but he's freaking loaded. I don't like the guy either. I think he's just full of lies, but that's just my opinion.
Come on, he's living it
But
up.
those lies are getting him paid. Who else was
Definitely.
there? The CEO of Delta was in that building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
that's a big building, huh?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
A lot of
and
big names in there.
there was a lot of oil money of owners,
Yes.
tons of oil money. Some place was just empty, and it was just like, oh, this is where the guy comes and stays when he gets his jet serviced.
What the
So
hell?
just for service, he comes and stays in a $7 million condo.
Hey, he wants to wants to kick it while he gets an oil change.
That was a
Must be
wild
nice.
inspection. I was just like looking. I was like, this is how they live. Like, I was in one bedroom, and I think it was we started early, so and then throughout the day, the sun like moves. So I was in the bedroom, and the sun was starting to kind of like get into the bedroom, and then the shades closed automatically.
Oh, you know who he's talking
the
about, 25?
windows.
I think 25 knows him. Maybe he looked him up. I don't see him. Is he
Oh,
balling?
he's talking about Dr. Fauci. He's talking
Yeah.
about Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci's the COVID guy, the COVID vaccine guy.
Oh, yeah. No, I know about him.
Yeah.
That's who he's talking about, though? I thought he's talking about your buddy there. The penthouse.
Oh, no. That's freaking wild.
Yeah, that's pretty cool
wild.
that you get to see shit like that.
Yeah, see a lot of
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Get to see like a lot of cool
Inspections.
apartments and different cool things. That's awesome. And then if you do a
think
good
that's one of
job
the
and those
coolest
people
things
move
about,
on to a different building, then they call you back, right? You know?
Usually they don't care.
Yeah, they don't.
What
they
No,
don't care at all.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they're like,
Oh,
"All right,
yeah, but
whatever."
no, I'm talking about like the building, because those people aren't hiring you. That's like the building people that are hiring you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those building people move on to like a new building later in life, and then they're like, oh, I know a guy.
But my favorite thing about those giant condos is they have, usually in the bathroom, they have a toilet that's facing the skyline of Atlanta. Like, I just think it's the coolest thing to go to the bathroom, sit there, and just look at the skyline. A
Yeah.
10-foot tall glass. I'm like, that is
That's the
winning
spot.
in
That's the
life
best
right there.
spot to take a poo.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. You get a heated toilet,
Especially because that was one of the tallest buildings. It's one of the tallest buildings in Atlanta.
It is. It's yeah, I want to say it's like the second.
What's your
Now
What's it
they
like your
also
tallest
had some
building?
structural issues. Bank of America.
That's the tallest building in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Bank of America. Yeah.
How tall?
Let's see here.
Putting you on the spot. My bad.
Yeah.
Bank of America in Atlanta. Height.
Did you hear me typing?
1,000 feet. 1,023 feet to the tip.
Yeah, Bank of America Plaza. It's the
Wow.
tallest.
How many floors? 55 floors.
That's a big girl. Where's the fire pump? Halfway up?
There was
I'm
one
sure
in the
they
basement.
might have
and one on the
in the middle way.
I want to say it was like near the 7th floor or something like that.
I want to say the tallest in
because
Boston
we
is
went-
the Hancock.
We
I
went
think
and
they
took
call it the
like
Hancock
an
right now.
hour break in that pump room that day.
Yeah. Gotta get your 8, baby.
No such thing
Yeah.
as an hour break. Don't say that. Yeah, the John Hancock Tower. I don't know
Oh
if
no, it was
700, 790 feet is our tallest. But
So
we're working our
you
way up,
got
all right?
Bank
We
of
were on
America.
we had like a high-rise band for a bit.
Trying to see if
What
it's
the-
listed. So let's see.
Bank of
here.
America,
The Western.
SunTrust Plaza.
All right, so it's the ninth. It's the ninth largest building. So it's
60
33,
floors.
44 Peachtree. It's
Yes.
40. It's 48 floors. Is the one that we're talking about. It's the ninth tallest building.
And it's only 48 floors?
Yes.
Those are some tall-ass
Yeah.
floors, bro.
Oh well, they're like. I mean, the living.
How
space
tall is that? What's the height of that building?
How big were those? How big were the lights? The glass though on the condos. They were
I mean,
what? They were
at least 8 foot, maybe.
I would at least 10.
Yeah.
So then you also have AC ducting in between and concrete in between those floors.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is 60 floors at 790.
Yeah.
Those are like either short floors or. Where's the fire pump at, dog?
If you can find
All right, so
uh,
next week is booked up, which is dope. I was hoping Sushi was going to be on here. You on here, Sushi? Someone get Sushi on. He thinks he's coming on tomorrow, but he's not because we're not going to do a show tomorrow. Breaking news.
Yeah,
Dope and-
so
No dope and tape show tomorrow.
I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna flex, do something sorta, I don't know, that I'm not supposed to do, you know. I guess there's perks of being an inspector and so
Tell us about
you'll
it
see
later.
some pictures. Yeah, you'll see some pictures on my Instagram. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do just in case some people's watching or listens later.
So I'm looking at the report right here. There's a pump in the basement and one on the 7th floor of the building.
Oh wow, 7.
Yeah.
And that's pretty typical. Pretty typical.
Oh yeah, you two just run it. That would be entertaining.
Buildings. And
Chris and T.
sometimes there's meters on there, and then you also got like you'll float on the roof.
We need someone for Wednesday, February 1st. We have. Hopefully, we can do Sushi and the Alarm Tech on the 23rd. We got Little Bobby on the 24th. You got Simmons and Foreman Teague on the 25th. Oh, and then we have Monday the 30th is open, and Wednesday the 1st is open. Come on, who do we want to see on the show? Give us some recommendations or recommend yourself. Domination,
So,
Domination.
Brian,
You want to come on?
Tested a pump off a roof before?
Oh yeah. Sometimes there's a test header up there that's separate from the standpipe. Sometimes you do it from the standpipe. I like the ones that there's like an actual test header off of it.
Yeah.
So you'll have 3 or 4 connections, and then you just hope that drain works. You know.
Yeah. So me and the guy I work with now, we did a inspection on, I think some building off the MLK right there next to 20. Like the building sits maybe 20 feet from I-20. And we had to test the pump from the roof because that's the only test header on the building.
Right.
Which was insane.
How was that? What do you think about that? Yeah.
It was fun, but it's crazy being right there, right next to 20 like that.
Yeah, I had a small like window, like it was like a small area that I could test a fire pump on a high rise building, and I hooked up the test header, and it would hit the corners of the building and then go up and then go over. So it was just like raining down on people, all that sprinkler water.
Old school Boston guy. I'm gonna write that down for you. See what I can come up with. Old school Boston guy. NFPA 25 inspector wants to come on the show again. NFPA 25 inspector. I don't remember your name. Who the fuck are you? Is that Jeremy? Who's the NFPA 25 inspector? He says he'll come on again. I forget what your name is.
My bad, dude.
My bad, dude. Did a high rise in Baltimore. Oh, it's Donnie.
Donnie.
What did he said? Baltimore. Once, and they had 750 GPM and then another 750 GPM on the 15th floor. Thanks.
I say
you finger banger.
Donnie back on, and we I think what we'll do is have some people ask some questions that me and Donnie will go back and forth on.
Monday the 30th.
I think that'd be funny.
Big Don's coming on. Baltimore's finest kid, huh? Be cruising around in the express van like Bobby. I see him. Be road raging just in different cities. Jeremy, what up? All right, that's Jeremy. Could have Jeremy back on. So we need we piped hose monsters back into the tank. That was
Alex,
cool.
ask some of the guys that you're working with if they want to come on. Any of the sprinkler guys or the inspectors. See if they want to come on the show.
Yeah, I'll talk to them. See.
I don't think we're well known in Atlanta, you know. Really.
We have a tight knit school, so we're getting, you know, like we're moving in Boston only because we have a tight knit school, and I'm like, the apprentices are working with me. Some of the apprentices are working with me, and then they just go back and they show one video at school, and then the 20 or 30 kids in that class see us. Spreads to the next class. Spreads to the next class. We're bringing like 20 or 30 or.
See, I don't think we have any like schools like that though, do we?
That's what we've been talking about. We don't. So they have private schools like Fire Tech does their fire pump class here.
Yeah, but fire
Patterson
pump, like,
Pump, SPP Pumps, they're both of those companies are here. They do classes. That's really it. It's not like a union school. It's not like anything that you can go and like learn
13
how
story.
to
Got
fit
you, Don.
pipe, how to be an inspector, or anything like that. They have those schools in like big union states where the union is strong. Atlanta has a union, but we're not strong.
Yeah, our school is our union. You know, it's our union school.
Gotcha.
Only people that get to go to our school are union apprentices, and then they have like fitter retraining. They have fitter retraining, and then I'll sign up, but like no one else will sign up, and then they won't do the. They're like, oh, well, you're the only one that signed up. I'm like, all right, sweet, 1-on-1. They're like, no, we're not gonna do it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We got to get like a bunch of fitters to go, and they do it. Like they'll offer fire pump classes, they offer inspection classes, they offer all different kinds of classes.
That's cool.
Um,
Yeah, my branch manager just said that he's not spending any more money. I want to go to Fire Tech's fire class. It's like $4,000.
Oh yeah.
for you to advance your
crazy.
knowledge.
Yeah.
What are you gonna learn there
they're
that you
part of
couldn't
the-
learn at Patterson? And Patterson's for free.
Well, it's a master service.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
the
you get a
Patterson
license at that
teaches you how to
$4,000?
Inspect.
Oh.
I don't think maybe a certification. Oh, you got a piece of paper.
I know how to test fire pumps.
But,
Finger bang
I
everything.
don't know how to. Yeah.
It makes sense now that I know that that's Donnie. He's like, fuck Fosse.
I agree.
He just
I think
also-
that's- so what we'll do?
He just says fuck
we'll
Fosse
do-
out of nowhere. Epic.
When we have Donnie over, I'll put on the Instagram. I'll ask for some questions, and then you guys ask us questions to talk about as far as inspections. I'm sure we'll argue about something.
Right. I need everybody's email. Everybody that's coming on the show, I need your email. DM me if you don't want to put it in here. I'm making that sticker. You should. Blow out Bobby. You guys are crazy. You can't make a blow out Bobby sticker until it happens. We need someone else named Bobby that had a blowout, and then it will work. And we got Chris. We always got Miller Lite Teague. I mean, Michelob Ultra Teague.
I don't think I'm gonna drink for a while after Saturday, Alex.
Oh yeah, you were tearing it up, weren't you?
Why
Did we tell them yet?
Bro, why didn't you stop me? Why weren't you like,
thought you
Brian,
were-
you had enough?
I thought you were good, man. You seemed good until you started
Yeah, I
wobbling.
was.
Did we talk about
Yeah.
this off the air before we started?
I think it was
I don't-
little to no viewers were in here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian got a little rowdy and took like 12 shots or something.
It was 8 shots of tequila,
Woo!
and I had some beers, and there's music. There
That
was
sounds like a fun time.
there's games. Oh, dude, I had a great time until it was over.
Adam Roger on YouTube
I
wants
just,
to hear
like-
hear stories about pulling live heads.
Hmm.
Do we have people that pull the live head? I've never. I could tell. I could tell if that baby's live, and I ain't taking it out. I've taken heads that had like a lot of fucking trapped water in them.
I started the pool a cupping with another fitter, and I knew that the system was off, and we went back to do change out some piping, and I started to pull a coupling out, and I was like, it is like really blowing some air, but I was like, it's off. So I was like, well, just hold on, let me go check the system, and someone reset the system like a day prior, and I was like, oh my god, I almost lost my job.
Trapped as hell. Yeah.
That's happened. I was
You
like,
fucked
oh,
up a few
man.
times, Donnie? Oh, yeah. Never full, but trapped as hell. When in doubt, pull sure test out. Sure test? I've seen those. I never had them. I got my slam valve. You can make a sure test
Yeah,
for
I
a
have a
lot
slam
cheaper
valve.
if you just
Yeah, I got that one you gave me.
You got a lot of my tools.
Yeah.
You still use the backpack?
No, but it's in my Jeep. Just
yeah.
in case I need
I
anything.
want it. Oh, you got a Jeep too? You copied him with the Jeep? Who had the Jeep
He-
first?
So, well, my sister loves Jeeps, and then their friend group has Jeeps. So He had a 370Z prior, and then he just got a Jeep, and then I got a Gladiator right around the same time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, instead of a shear test, listen, hear me out. Say it's a forged main. Grab a 4x1 mechanical tee. Take the rubber out. If it has like that spot that protrudes into the pipe, you need to cut that off. Grind it off. You're going to keep this forever. So spend a little time on it. And then you have a shear test. That will now fit flush over there with the gasket in there. And then you can just, through a 1-inch ball valve, bam. Or you can reduce it down to 1/2 inch if you want to do that too. But the thought is that you got to get rid
You
of
have
that
one of
little.
those?
You got to. No, but I've seen people make them. Instead of buying your sure thing, just there's this good trick that you could do where you just fucking check the valve. You know, if the valve's closed and then then you know that it's off, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
go find the valve, man. I'll spend the whole day finding that damn valve.
You really learn how you go. You know, as you go, you learn little things. Like I got a service call one time about air pressure on a dry system was like over 100.
Woo!
And I'm like, okay. So I'm over here draining down the air and adjusting the air compressor while I go down. And I'm spending all this time on it just for the whole system to air down, and it's still stuck at 50. So I'm like, oh shit. So I close it, take the gauge off, and the gauge is bad. So I just wasted like 2 hours.
Woo!
I'm like,
bad
check
gauge.
the freaking gauge.
So you didn't
Check
trip
the freaking gauge.
you didn't trip the system in the process of draining it down.
No, I closed the control valve, opened the drain, relieved it from pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the guy who tightens life. Yeah, I've done some fucking crazy shit. Listen, so a lot of things that people have going for them now today is social media. Like, imagine how much better I could have been if there was a page out there like mine. I had to learn a lot of shit on my own. I only got to work with my old man for a little bit until the company went out of business. Pops retired, and then I was kind of off on my own, still just a little apprentice out with the wolves.
Well, I mean,
and like learning shit. Now you can just like you can learn tricks that take years to learn by one reel.
Well, I mean, let's just like, yeah, the Facebook group is there and stuff too, but I don't feel like it's like a true community. I mean, and when I say us, I mean everybody who's already involved in like the Dope and Tate, group.
Yeah, it's different on Facebook.
It's only been a month. If you're an asshole on Discord, we'll just get rid of you. We want apprentices. We want people to ask.
Did his voice just speed up for you right there?
Dumb about it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What time is that? I'm writing that down. 1:17. He's like, if you're an asshole, we'll just get rid of you.
We'll just get rid of you.
I don't know why it sped up, dude. It like went and fast forward. If you're an asshole on Discord, we're just gonna get rid of you.
He was reading the fine print right there.
1:17. I'm going back to that shit. Where was I writing down?
I just think I'm really proud of where we are in a month, and creating a good community.
Really is. It really is a solid community, and I can only compare it to the ones that I've seen on Facebook before, where like you see like a first year apprentice post like just some stupid question that you could answer easily and just help him out, and he just gets like 200 comments, a bunch of asshole fucking old boomers just fucking roasting the kid. Come on to the Discord, ask questions. You might get some people still fucking with you because that's sprinklers, but you'll get some real answers. You have to ask questions.
I've asked questions.
And like the old grumpy guy that won't answer the question, just keep on fucking asking him until he answers. Tell him, why are you such a prick? No, don't say that if he's your foreman. That probably won't go over well, but in a nice way, ask him why he's such a prick. And then just keep asking the questions. Just grill him. You have a future in marketing if sprinkler work doesn't work out, Brian. It's a marketing... It's the hair, too. Like the hair, and then the angle, and the lighting, huh? He's got the mic right there. Yeah. Imagine if the mic wasn't even working. It's just there. It's pretending.
It was for several episodes. It was just there. Until the first one that it worked on was yesterday.
Oh, that shit's good. I'm roasting that ass and finger banging apprentices all day. Donnie seems like he's hard on his apprentices. Huh? Like if you can make it through your apprenticeship under Donnie, like you can make it through anything. Come on.
Yeah.
Those poor guys. Give it to him. Donnie blows the van up. He's like, bring me to get another one, kid. Actually, get in the trunk. I'm driving.
Oh, that's funny.
So I shared us to that page, and I don't know. No one said shit. It's got 14,000 people that love to talk shit, but every time I post a video, they're all fucking hiding.
Well, that sounds about right.
My dog's outside. I'm just
Hey
impatient.
guys,
I'm going easy.
we're so when I was my dad's apprentice, I was not allowed to talk to him until he told me I could speak in the mornings.
Oh yeah, you talk too much? Were you like a talkative guy in the morning?
Well,
Like
he
5
is-
a.m. and
He
you're
just
chatting?
said, "Oh yeah, well I'm up. I'm at the gym every morning at 5 a.m. I'm up at 4:30 making my coffee. Like that's just like what I do, you know."
That's fucking.
And
That seems like a little insane. The
I've
gym in the
always done it,
morning? It's
except
like,
for those 8
what about
months.
all your energy
Alex?
gone? I was a dipshit apprentice.
No, I'm
How the
kidding.
fuck is
No,
true?
bro, like it's not fun. It's not. I'm not really like doing it. Just keeping discipline, and it sucks. But
Well,
I've always
I
been
guess you're doing
like
an
that.
inspection. So what? You really can't start till what, 7?
That
No,
depends
you
on the
start at
building.
like 8, 9 normally. Normally it's like 8 or 9. It's rare that it's like 7. I would say 8 or 9. Wouldn't you?
No.
No, Alex is fucking jamming
No?
them at 6. He wants to get the fuck out of there. He doesn't want to work till 6 like you.
I'm not. Me and
Oh,
Rob,
like
we were
that.
out of places about lunchtime. Fly through the
So I
inspection.
had an agreement. I had an agreement where you give us a day's work, and when it's done, and we charge 8. And then I
8 to the
told them if
gate,
we
baby.
go over a little bit sometimes. So I told them the deal was if we go over a little bit, like if there was an inspection that we go over like an hour, 2 hours, whatever, we'll give it to you. But if we go home early, don't call us.
Yeah.
Don't give
Yeah.
a shit. So,
So just
that
what?
was the agreement.
Same thing Donnie's saying. Like almost 9 out of 10 times, if you're right in the center of Boston and you gotta like flow water out of a test header into the hose monsters on the street, that shit's happening at 4 a.m. only.
Wow.
Like they're not letting you do that. You can't do that during the day. People will have a
Is
fucking
it because
conniption.
it's cold and it sucks in Boston?
No, there'll be like 20 people that are gonna like fucking come run over and jump in the water and be like, "Oh, it fucking hurt."
I don't know. In Atlanta,
Yeah,
we just
Georgia
flood the
did-
streets.
Georgia just says figure it out. Just make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, no,
See,
I mean, you
Did you
have
see my
to.
reel? Did you see my reel where that homeless man is just like laying there, just sleeping?
And you're flowing
So I
mad
went over
water.
there to. Oh, dude, he doesn't care. I went over to him. I was like, "Hey, man, you might get wet." He was like, I was like, "All right." It's like, all right.
Oh, that was that job that that guy came up and hit on me that day.
He diddled you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There was this gay guy.
Did you just
that
say he came up
kept-
and diddled you?
Bro? No,
That-
he was hitting on him, like flirting with him in the streets
Yeah.
of Atlanta, and he was like, "Man, I love your hair, Alex. I love your hair. Oh, you're so sexy." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I was just watching. I didn't even get involved. I was like, "Let's just see how this goes."
Yeah, it
I was there if he touched him, but I was like, Alex is gonna have to handle this.
that
That's
was
great.
a very weird moment.
He said the guy. Remember that guy came
Yeah.
up and diddled me? He was
Or
just trying. He was just trying to
Hey,
finger bang
you
a
had
flow
that-
switch.
You had that old guy, that old property manager, call you an otter.
Oh yeah, gay guy. It was a gay guy, and he was like telling us what we would be in the gay scene. And he
Community,
was like,
yeah.
he called me an otter. And what were you, Alex?
I don't.
If
I
you were
don't
gay?
remember. I
You're
don't
an otter.
Oh,
How
yeah,
how
you
does that
wouldn't
make
say
sense?
shit.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
fucking know. You.
he was trying to hit on Brian though.
Damn,
Call him an
Yeah.
otter.
Brian the otter.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's thanks, Alex. I appreciate all that you do.
So I got a I got a
Where do
I can bust out a flood story. I think it's time.
Oh,
Episode
oh.
19. Come on.
got a flood story for us.
Yeah, well, he sparked it in me
Glad
when
to
he
hear
said pulling a live head. So I got to work with my father when I first got into the industry, 2007, 2008, 9, 10. Mostly like I started in 2008, but I was working under the table like secretly in 2007 in between junior and senior year. Those hours didn't really count.
Yeah, I
So
did the same thing.
like 2008 when I graduated high school in like June. I went full time from then, and now I'm just like I kind of know what's going on, but for the most part, I'm just like 18-year-old fucking kid that's riding in my dad's truck, working with dad. You know what I mean? Dad's got the whole plan. He's not telling me
Yeah.
shit. We're working at like a major hospital in the Boston area. We always did work in this hospital, and in this area, they drain for you. And these guys were always a little bit shady as far as not really knowing their building well, and they told us over and over how it was drained down, and it just seemed like it had a lot of pressure in it. And it was a Friday, it's the last head of the day, and the guy's like, just he started basically saying like, if we didn't do it, we were wimps or whatever. And it was a single stall bathroom that Pops had to go in. You could only fit the six. Once you put the 6-foot ladder in there and shut the door, you're in there. I can't open the door. It was a single and a single right next to each other. I got 8 elevators behind me, 4 and 4, and Pops is in there and he pulls the head and it's a live head. And there's just the sound that you don't want to hear, and the 2 guys that were there that was fucking drained. Those guys go, which they're going to shut it off, I presume. And there's just water coming out from this door, man. You can see that the water in there's building up. It's starting to come up like higher in the door frame, and it's coming. It's spilling into the elevators. I got like a whole scene behind me, and I'm just like the guy standing at the door with water coming out. I can't get in. Pops is in there. So now whether they shut the fire pump off before, after, whatever it was, Pops got the head back in, and fucking emerges from that room. He ended up, when he first pulled it off, it knocked him over off the ladder. He ripped the toilet off the wall. Wall hung toilet ripped off the wall. Finds the head somehow in the at least 2 feet of water, and he gets it back in. And so they come back. It seems like it's still flooding now because the toilet's fucking going. And that was just a day. That was a day to remember. And we didn't go back there. Pops didn't want to work with those guys ever again after that.
I don't blame them at all.
They set us up to. They took all the blame. It was all on them, swearing up and down that it was shut off. But
so I got a crazy day. Maybe we can save it. You want me to tell a story of a crazy day? You want me?
No, tell it. Tell it. I don't need to save anything. I'm good. It's only 10:05.
I was, yeah. So this was before Alex, and I was working by myself, and I went over to DeKalb County. So if you know anything about Atlanta, DeKalb County. It's not. They have some small good areas, but in general, it's bad. So this is all in one day. I pull into a gas station to just grab some coffee real quick, close to the job. And I'm not thinking anything of it. I am in the hood, but allegedly, I have my pistol on me. And go in, and the guy at the edge of the gas station is like convulsing, like he's overdosing on drugs. And I call an ambulance. The ambulance gets there. I stay close to the guy. I tell him what's going on, how long. And then they're like, "Did you call this in?" I was like, "Yeah, I called this in." He said, "Why did you call it in? Who's going to pay for this?" I was like, "Geez." So after cussing the guy out, I left. And then I went to the apartment complex. And that night, someone stole a guy's rims to a guy's Charger. So he's out there with his arms flailing, crying and cussing and yelling. And then I meet the maintenance guy, because I'm about to do this inspection. He said, "Hey, whatever you got to do while you're here, you have to leave by 3. Okay, so don't stay after 3." I was like, "All right." Yeah, so like 2:30 comes and I leave. And I go to another gas station to actually get gas. And then right across the street, a guy comes out of an apartment complex chasing another guy and then shoots him in the parking lot. Just unloads his pistol. Like 5 minutes later, all of DeKalb County's like racing in there, all police department, and it's just a madhouse.
And you're just trying to do sprinklers?
Gas station, yeah, the people at the gas station I was at, they were like, "Oh, look at him, gangster." Like it was normal, it was normal.
That's crazy. You could catch a stray bullet so easy.
I got another dude. This came out blasting, and from that distance, it sounded like I'm familiar with gunshots, but for some reason that day it sounded like someone had a flat tire, and it was just like going down the street. Like that's what it sounded like. But I was watching him just gun this guy down,
Do
and then
you have a suppressor?
and then he ran back into the complex.
There's
No,
suppressor on that thing?
no, no.
They're rolling with some
He probably
suppressors
had like
in Atlanta.
whatever's the equivalent to a high C juice box. I'm sure he had something like that. You know, I don't think he had like a Glock or
Oh, just
MP.
it's taped. Oh yeah, he's throwing the bullets at him.
Just like whatever, barely. Yeah, yeah. And I have another hood Atlanta story.
Seems pretty
but
violent there.
I'll save that for next one. You know, it's still a major city.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
like all of our shootings happen like just outside of like Boston, Dorchester, and Mattapan.
Oh. So it's just like say Chicago. Like if you're north of the highway, you're good. It's nice. You know, if you're south of the highway, it's really bad.
Oh, is that
And
how it
we have
works?
areas like that. Yeah, that in Chicago. But in Atlanta, we have just like little spots. So basically, if
Hotlanta.
you're around the airport, it's really bad. It's really
Hotlanta.
bad around the airport.
You guys are like known for
always.
fashion and shit.
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know.
Like all the fashion
Do we
people
have a
want to go to
fashion
Atlanta.
show?
Yeah, there's like
I did
fashion
get
fashion
signed-
vendors.
I
Oil filter
got
for
signed
suppressor.
today for I'm doing another doing a fashion shoot. So I'm doing like a clothing shoot with a
Speedo?
photographer.
Is it bathing
That's a-
suit?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You gonna do a
As long as
you gonna
I'm
do a
naked,
dope
I
and
don't
tape? You
care.
gonna do a dope and tape calendar for the? I got like 98% men on my Instagram and then 2% ladies. You could really market a men's calendar if you want a speedo.
Yeah.
There you go.
I also have like 95% like men, and then the rest
Dude.
is like my sister,
Me too.
and then like my girlfriend's friends from like
I love it. Run it
I
up,
think I have,
boys. Run
like,
it
5 of her
up. Just gonna keep on
my
fucking
friends
pumping
from
them till I
Brazil.
fucking run
That's
out of videos, baby.
freaking it, man.
Bringing old videos back.
You
I
know,
like-
I think on episode 50 we're gonna have my father on. I think that's what we'll do for 50.
Oh, that's a good. I like that. Episode 50.
Yeah. So that I'm sure at the rate we're going on, it'll be in 2 months or next month, something like the end of next month, maybe.
Maybe.
We're cranking them. Three a week, baby. Except it's not tomorrow. And then here and there we'll start
Yeah.
we'll start sprinkling in some weekends. We're still gotta figure
yeah,
out
yeah.
how
Hey,
we
guys,
could do
we,
like a lunchtime. Figure out a day that works for both of us and just like hop on at fucking 11:50 and just stay live till like
but the
12:35.
thing is too, you have to turn on your notifications so you know that we're live and you can tune in. You know.
You could do that on Twitch and on YouTube. There's like a little notification bell. If you go into YouTube
And we're-
and you select us, you'll see it. Subscribe, like the video,
And
hit the bell.
we're really trying to get on Spotify and iTunes, and I think it's holding us back.
I
but-
agree. We're gonna figure that out. Oh well, we
Yeah.
have. Hold on. Let me go into my notes. I got all these pages now because you guys are. When we have Foreman Teague on, next Wednesday. The fuck's the day? Yeah, next Wednesday we're gonna have Foreman Teague,
Yeah,
and
next
he's
Wednesday.
we're gonna quiz him on some YouTube. We're gonna quiz him on some YouTube shit because I got YouTube questions that he might be able to answer, and also like Spotify. He might be our saving grace. Foreman Teague.
So I think
Calm
I think
down,
on
Mick
that,
Ultra.
I think we'll talk about some sprinkler stuff, but I think we can also share like why we started this and how it's going and what we figured out as we went. You know, just kind of give you some insight on kind of what our thought process.
That's
and
it. It's more just
trials and
linking up and
errors
being together and talking about the industry and talking about things that people aren't talking about. Because you can see, if you go on Facebook on one of these groups with 20,000 people, you can't ask a fucking question. You can't go on there and ask a question and get a good logical answer without sifting through like 200 asshole comments. And we're trying to change that. And, you know, we want our trade to be
Yeah.
known across the country, across the world as the best trade, because it is the best trade. Everyone watching this knows it.
Absolutely.
Life safety, baby. This is life
Absolutely.
safety, all right? It's not comfort or any of that. This is This is life safety. And
That's what I tell people. They're like when I do inspections and everything, you know, it's like, can we just leave it off? I'm like, no, this isn't heat and air. Like, you don't just get uncomfortable. People
this is
die. Like,
this
you
is
gotta
life
Or
put this
safety,
on.
baby. Firefighters heroes.
do you
Now,
have to come into my apartment?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
yeah. So we're trying to keep the movement going, keep the movement alive. Talk to people, talk to different people. So that's, I mean, obviously one of our biggest things is finding new people, and if you guys could help us with that, like I got my schedule down right here. We're writing it, putting people on. Um, what do we got? We got Sushi on the 23rd. We got Little Bobby on the 24th. Simmons and Foreman Teague on the 25th. Donnie on the 30th. We're gonna bring Tyson from Vegas on the 31st. We got Wednesday the first open. I think someone was just messaging me, but we're just gonna keep booking them out. And if you guys can recommend people, and particularly I want to talk to people in other countries and see if they're following NFPA, if they kind of follow NFPA. I know a lot of countries are, but they're not held to it. Need to get like some Australians in here. Talk to some Aussies with some hemp and some soap. And, wherever you are doing sprinklers, if you're watching this, we want to talk to you. Via Zoom. We'll do a time that works for you if 9 doesn't work. Yeah, we're going to get Tyson on. And that's
Somebody
that.
here from like China or something.
That would be sick. I don't know if their president would let them. I don't know if you're allowed to use Zoom in China. But when you're on
Maybe not how we
China, so when you're on the job site, as a sprinkler fitter, you feel superior. Like you are superior over, I'm sorry, all the other trades. If you're another trade, I'm very sorry, but like you're superior over the plumbers, electricians, everybody. Your life safety. So we need to take that and instill that in schools and shit. Like when you're coming in and you're a little middle school kid in high school, you're not like, oh, sprinkler fitter. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a carpenter, an electrician, or a plumber. Those are like the only 3 choices you think you have in the industries, and they're not.
Yeah,
You got a whole nother skilled trade.
If I didn't have Brian or his dad, I would have known anything about it.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah.
You got lucky that you met Brian's little sister.
Yeah.
And then because at that way now you're introduced to it via dad and big bro, and they teach you all the tricks free of charge.
Yeah.
These tricks take long times to learn, and a lot of like the old guys, they don't want to give them up. They want to like hold them to themselves. So,
yeah, I
anyways,
never understood that.
I know. I want my apprentice to go to the next journeyman, and the journeyman to be like, "Damn, who taught you? Like, where did you learn?" Because it only makes you look better. Opposed to like you send that apprentice off and he's just a shitbag to the next guy. They're like, "Holy shit! Like, what did you think of this guy?"
Yeah.
This guy's dating Brian's sister. Is she as pretty as him?
Alex better say yes.
That's good. That's good.
Sure you would. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, listen, like and subscribe. We'll always love you guys chatting, joining in. Even on Instagram, I see a lot more people now posting sprinkler work. Post it. Put it on your story. No one's gonna get your aunt and people that are watching you on your Instagram aren't gonna get mad. They're gonna want to see it. Whoever you have that are following you, they can look at some dry valves with us every once in a while, and tag us, and I'll share it. And you'll probably get some of these crazy guys that follow you because they want to see it.
Did y'all see the pump test tagged you in earlier this morning?
No, I didn't.
On my Instagram story.
Yeah, tag me.
Did you tag us?
What's your name on Instagram?
A Higgins 18, I believe.
I don't even know if I got you, dude.
Alex _18 _ Higgins. But yeah, I feel like I tagged y'all both in it.
Let's see here.
Yeah, tag me up. Let's and just get it going. If you're working on something, like even if you're scared, like whatever, you shouldn't be on your phone. Just take like one picture or story a day. Post that shit. Tag us. Sprinkler Life will share it. We still want to get Sprinkler Life guy on. I don't think he wants to talk to us, but he's sharing our stuff. Yeah, keep tagging him. I'd love to talk to you, Sprinkler Life.
We appreciate you. We love your stickers.
We know you're watching secretly. Thanks for the hats. The hats are great. I wear them all the time. I'm always repping you. You can send me a couple free ones if you want. Thanks. Just kidding. So, I mean, I think that's it. We're just rambling at this point. Sprinkler fitters, we're the top tier. We're
absolutely.
the top tier trade. I'm hoping that this video is going to end up on the homepage. I did something a little bit different, I think. And that was that. Thanks to Brian's apprentice. I just think this is our first like just solo apprentice. Solo apprentice by himself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when we had Dan and Cody on, and Cody's an apprentice, but he was kind of like being chaperoned by Dan. We didn't just let him free off by himself like we're letting Alex do. So this is to show all the apprentices that you're welcome to come on and just talk some shit wherever you are.
Yeah, we have fun. We're easy on you too. We're not. Don't be scared.
Yeah, that's it. You're not gonna get any quiz questions. All right, so I think that was good. We've been going for an hour and 40. This was a long one. This might be our longest one yet.
Yeah, this is a long one.
We got 2 followers
Absolutely.
during. Actually, we got 3 followers during the Magician Man, Dizzle, and Cody's life. 2 subscribe to YouTube and 1 subscribe to Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate you. Every time you press that button, it means a lot. I don't know what it means as far as, but it means a lot to us.
Thank you so much.